everybody, welcome back to another video. This is Shy over here on Shy's Coinage, and today I'm coming back to do my budget with me for the second pay period in July. It's the second and the last with the new way that I'm trying this budgeting thing out, which I'm kind of liking. It's like I said in one of my previous ones, maybe 2 videos back. My husband is paid weekly, I'm paid bi-weekly, but I feel better budgeting weekly than I do weekly. Trying to budget weekly was just kind of stressing me out. So here we are. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. So anyway, we're gonna be doing the budget with me in this video, and I'm going to do the budget with me on paper, and then I'm also going to add into the end of this video a screen recording from my iPad of me in YNAB, because I had mentioned that I was going to be trying out YNAB, and I think I've decided that I'm going to use it. I kind of like it, so I think I've decided that I'm going to use it. So I'm going to kind of go in there and kind of show you guys how I'm kind of navigating that. I don't know if going forward it will be a separate video, because I don't really like my videos to be too long, and so I'm not sure how much time this will add to that video, which I might just end up making 2 separate videos depending on how long the video ends up being if I try to mesh it together. So we're just going to wait and see how it plays out. But nonetheless, we're gonna hop right in. So this is the budget with me for the budget for the 18th through the 31st. Now, today is actually the 19th. So I normally write up a mock budget kind of, and then I'll do my budget with me based off the projected numbers. And then when I close out, I'll write in the actual numbers. But because, like I said, it is the 19th and we were paid on the 18th, I actually do already know the numbers. So we are going to use the actual numbers in the budget. Now, my husband, he put in $865 this week, and then next week should be $965, so that's going to be right $1830. Now, that might be a little different because that is short $100 from what he normally does for one reason or the other. We don't even have to get into all of that. And so if he makes it up, puts it in there, great. If he doesn't, it's fine as well. It's no big deal. For me, I always put, right now anyway, I put $1050 into our joint account for the bills and the debt and the things and the savings that I'm trying to rack up for us. I put in $1050 every pay period, and I am paid bi-weekly. I'm pretty sure I said that. So then whatever's left goes into my personal account. This pay period, I made $1,438.68. I'm going to subtract the $1050 from that. So that would be $388.68. Now, that was a higher paycheck for me because I did do a little bit of overtime. So yay me. So we're going to add and other, I always put 0 because I never know if I'm going to do a little side hustling or not within the pay period. So I always just put 0, and then at the end, I'll add that in and we'll adjust the numbers. So we're going to do 1830 plus 1050 plus 388.68. That's going to be $3,268.68. I'm sorry, there was a glare. I really don't like budgeting with the change, but when I'm in YNAB, it's my full check. So the change is there, so I have to do something with the change. So for our mortgage, it's like I've said before, we normally do $543 a week. Since this is for 2 weeks, we times that by 2, and that puts us at $1086. CarMax, this is my car note. I'm doing half the note every check, so that's $360. Car insurance is $308. Spire, we will be sending $60. That is the heating for our home. And I just realized that our air conditioner kicked on, and where I record at is right next to the vent. So I'm hoping I'm talking loud enough to speak over that running right next to me. I'm hoping so. Sewer, I normally budget $100 a month for sewer, but I actually already know how much this is beforehand, and it was $58.92. So I'm just going to go ahead and budget the actual number there. And then high dive, which I normally just budget 59, so I don't know why I put this 58.92. So I'm just gonna do that, and we're gonna write 59. And then high dive is a subscription. They're gonna get 6. Apple One will get 38. Hulu will get 28. And then Oculus, which is for the VR headsets my children have, that is $8. So we're gonna add this up. 1086 plus 360 plus 308 plus 60 plus 59 plus 6 plus 38 plus 28 plus 8. This is why I don't like using regular pens, because when I use my erasable ones, I could have just erased that, but nonetheless. Okay, so this is going to be $1,953 there. Then we're going to take that and we're going to subtract it from 3,268.68, and that's going to be 13,15.68. So then we're going to bring that down here. For groceries, we do $175 a week. Since this is for 2 weeks, we're going to times it by 2. That'll put us at $350. Essentials is the same. We do $25 a week, since it's not the same, but it's $25 a week and it's for 2 weeks, so we're going to do $50. And then the allowance is for my children. They get $13 a week, so times that by 2 and you get $26. And then we're going to come down here, and our fuel spending and miscellaneous, this is out of my personal money, so the $388.68 covers this part right here. I normally do 80 a check, so about 40 a week does me well if I don't let my gas tank hit E, which we won't talk about whether I did or not. And then spending, I am going to do 30 into spending, and I sound hesitant with that because, yeah, my YNAB might end up being a separate video because this is sounding like it's about to be long. Boo. So anyway, for, what am I trying to say? I had wrote this mock budget up already, but because I'm recording this after I've gotten paid, I've already done some things and I moved certain amounts of money around, so I had to change up some of the things that I did. Like, this was originally getting 40 and my miscellaneous was going to get 10, but now miscellaneous isn't going to get anything because of other things. So we always go from fixed expenses, variable expenses to debt, but let me calculate this really quick. So 350 plus 50 plus 26 plus 80 plus 30, and so 536 is the total here. You guys can hear that my children are home, and like I said, the puppy is right there. I think one of my kids is standing right there with their iPad, so it sounds a bit loud. So we're gonna take 13,15.68 and subtract 536. Who's she working at? You? So this is going to be 779.68. One moment, guys. Let me settle my book. Okay, guys. I'm back now. So LVMV, I need to put my initial there so I know which one we're paying. Although I know by the amount, but just for record keeping. So this is also a credit card. This is for me. This account is also closed out. This is the agreed upon amount that I'll be paying for 6 months until that is paid off. I believe I'll be done paying in November. So this is July's payment. So August, September, October, November. I want to say I'm done in November. I want to say that's what was said when we were making the arrangements. Capital One, this is our joint card. The minimum is $25, so that is what we are paying. And then extra debt. So let's go ahead. We're gonna go up here. We're gonna take the 1830 plus the 1050. That's $28.80 that we have put into the joint account. Then we're gonna subtract the bills we're paying for these 2 weeks, which is $19.53, which leaves $9.27. Then we're gonna subtract out groceries. We're gonna take out essentials. We're gonna take out the kids' allowance. And that leaves us with $501. Now, we're going to come up here just so I can kind of calculate some things really fast. And I wrote these here because I'll put J and then I'll put solo so that I know. I know the difference, but it just kind of helps. So within YNAB, I have two separate budget plans. I have one for our joint and I have one that is my personal. That way they weren't meshed together, so that I can see and everything's not meshed together. And so I have these listed here the way that I do, because in YNAB you can make categories, and then under the category you put your subcategory. So I have one that's bills, and then it lists every bill. And then I have one that says subscriptions, and I'll list all my subscriptions. And then there's one that says, I want to say, it says like everyday needs or something like that, and it lists groceries, essentials, and allowance. Those are the categories. And then I have extra debt, and then I have these two savings ones for the joint account, because I won't be doing much saving between that. So I have one category that's called rainy day, and rainy day is strictly for our emergency fund and our home maintenance fund. So my plan right now is to do 50 for the month in that rainy day subcategory, which actually that's not correct. I plan on doing 100, because I plan on doing 50 to emergency fund and 50 to home maintenance out of this check. So that's $100, 50 and 50, because those are the only two categories in that rainy, which when I upload the video for my YNAB, maybe it'll make more sense. Hopefully that makes sense. And then randomness will be for, let me think, guys. Let me think. I feel like I have more left over right now than I should. Let me do this again. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did not subtract the debt out of there. I was looking over here. I'm like, why does that say 500? That did not sound correct to me. Okay, so my plan right now is to do, like I said, 100 to this category, and then 50 will go to emergency, 50 to home maintenance. But these are housed in the same account, which is why I grouped them together under one category. And then so randomness will be money that I transfer over to save up in sinking funds. So it'll be listed in YNAB as like transfer to sinking funds, and so that's listed under randomness. And something else is listed under randomness that I can't think of right now. Something else. I think I'm going to move my buffer to be under randomness, and something else. I don't know, guys. I can't think of it right now, but when I do my video, you guys will see. So for right now, I am saying, I'm thinking we are going to do 50 to, I just lost the number I had. This video is all over the place, but you guys get to see my brain when I'm trying to figure out numbers in real time, because normally I just have them and then I present it all pretty to you guys, but I'm thrown off today and you guys get to see me thrown off. So 123 minus 25. I'm gonna write that off to the side, guys. 353 I do keep paper off to the side. So 353 is what I have left. And then in randomness, I am pretty sure that I'm going to be doing 100. I'm going to be giving that to back to school. And then I am going to 50 to Christmas maybe. And so that would be 150. I'm thinking, I don't know what I'm thinking, guys. There's 353 left. I'm thinking I'm probably going to do 200 here and then 153 to extra debt. And I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anything, because if I am, so you guys will see my transfer to this when I do YNAB and see how much I do exactly, because I think that's what I'm going to do. So then if we go up here to these right here, these are the ones in my personal budget. So it will come out of right here where it says personal for me. So we're gonna take my 388.68. We're gonna subtract 80.30, which leaves us with 278.68. Now, I also have categories. I have Save Me Up, which are categories like glasses, school, the children activities, my hair care, the puppy, so different things like that. And I have not finished completely adding categories in there. I'm just doing them as they come to mind and trying to place them where I feel like they need to be. So that's kind of what's in my Save Me Up category. And then holidays are all the holidays. So literally not all the holidays. Like I didn't put President's Day in there or anything like that. But mainly the holidays that we tend to celebrate: Christmas, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, Valentine's Day, Juneteenth, 4th of July, Halloween, Thanksgiving, birthdays. And then both of my kids' birthdays are listed separately because they tend to be who I spend the most on when it comes to birthdays. So they have their own separate category for their birthday. And then, so that explains holidays. And then kid savings is as straightforward as it is. In that category, it just lists my daughter's savings and my son's savings because they have their own savings accounts that I am trying to add to. Even if it's $1.50 when I can, I'm trying to make sure I am adding money into their future. So that's just straight that. And then future me is just straight savings for me. So that's my savings account and property taxes for my vehicle, because me and my husband do pay our car property taxes separately. The mortgage is a whole different ordeal. Our car property taxes we pay separately. So I did put that in future me as well. And then I also just added another one, which is therapy. And at first I was like, maybe I should put that under Save Me Up, but me starting therapy is for future me. It's so that I can get to where I need to be mentally, emotionally, physically, all those things. So I did put that there as well. And then randomness. And then in my randomness, I have the transfer from the joint. So when I transfer this, whatever part of this money I put over there, when I transfer that over, that will go under randomness until I'm ready to assign it where I want to assign it. And then what else is under here? I have a category that's called Can I? And that's pretty much for when people in my life call me and they're like, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? Do you think I can have that? It's for that because I do get those calls. And although I shouldn't say yes all the time, I want to throw something to the side for that possibility. So there's that. And then I have a reimbursement category under that as well, and that is more so to help me deal with the structure of YNAB essentially. So anyway, let's talk about what I'm going to be putting there. Oh, and then I also do have a debt category in YNAB to cover some other debts, and I also have a subscription category, but I'm not putting anything in that subscription category right now. But I am adding something to that debt category, so I'm just going to put YNAB there so that I know that that's why it's separate from here. Well, I guess I really could have wrote it down there. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. I will get better at this. So anyway, I will be adding $22.92 to that debt category, and that's a specific number because it's for a specific thing. So that's going to be going there. And then in my Save Me Up category, I am going to be doing 75, 25, 15, 135, I want to say. My kid savings, I do know for a fact, is 10. I don't think I added anything to Future Me. I did 35 to randomness because that went to the Can I, which you guys will see when I show that. And then holidays, I want to say 75. Let me add these numbers up and make sure that comes out right. 68. Not plus. We're going to subtract 80 and 30. 278, 68. Then we're going to subtract the 22.92. Then we're going to subtract 135, 75, 10, 35. It left 76 cents, which will just end up going into my randomness. So 76 cents. Bam. There we go. Woo, that felt like a lot, guys, because this is the first time I'm trying to budget and think about how I'm doing things in YNAB, because right now all the categories that I just listed just don't make sense. So it's easier if I just do the group and then show what I'm putting into that group on paper, and then when I go into YNAB we can see exactly where I put all of those dollars at. So I'm working on it, trying to make it smoother and things like that. So I can already tell that this video is probably super long, so I will probably make my YNAB video a completely separate ordeal. So this is the budget with me for the second pay period in July, from the 18th through the 31st. The bills are essential daily needs, the debt, and all of our saving madness. So guys, this is it. So essentially that means I am cashless for the moment. I could work within YNAB and still stuff cash, but right now I'm kind of liking this. So I guess instead of me having cash stuffing videos, I'll more or less have YNAB videos of showing you how I'm breaking down each of those categories and where I'm putting the money. So and it has essentially, I don't want to say forced me, but it's encouraged me to not have as many accounts, and I think I'm going to like that, because right now, guys, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 different, you know what, I have 7 different bank accounts if I think about the joint ones that we have as well. I have about 7 or 8 different bank accounts, and that can be hectic. So I already have 2 right off the top that will be getting closed out. Actually 3 right off the top that will be getting closed out. So I'm enjoying that, and as I keep going and figuring out exactly how these things work and exactly how I kind of want to run this, I might be down to less than that. We will see. But anyway, guys, I'm sure this video is long enough, so that's going to be it for today. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a lovely day. I'm not sure what day this is going to go up on, so I can't say for sure what day to have a lovely day on, but I hope you guys enjoy whatever day that is. Be blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.